The more you practice your Brazilian Portuguese, the more you notice that one idea can be expressed in different ways. Today you'll learn how to use the gerund, verbs ending in ando, endo, indo, to connect ideas just like we do in real life. As a response to a subscriber's request, let's explore this together. Many students think the gerund in Portuguese is only for ongoing actions, but the gerund is also a powerful tool to replace words like when, since, after. Check it out. When he arrived at work, he realized he had forgotten his wallet at home. Quando chegou ao trabalho, ele percebeu que tinha esquecido a carteira em casa. Yeah? Quando chegou ao trabalho. Now listen to this alternative. Chegando ao trabalho, ele percebeu que tinha esquecido a carteira em casa. Chegando ao trabalho, ele percebeu. Yes? So, quando chegou. Chegando. Same idea, different structure. Can you feel the difference? So using the gerund works when actions happen at the same time. Quando chegou ao trabalho, percebeu, or one action right after the other. Chegando. Chegando ao trabalho, ele percebeu que tinha esquecido a carteira em casa. Another example. When I spoke to him, I understood the problem. Quando falei com ele, entendi o problema. Now using the gerund. Falando com ele, entendi o problema. Falando com ele, entendi o problema. Now, what if one action was completely finished before the next one started? Imagine that I spoke to him first and only after I understood the problem. Eu falei com ele e então entendi o problema. An alternative here would be to use what we call gerúndio composto. Tendo falado com ele, entendi o problema. Tendo falado com ele, entendi o problema. Here I cannot say falando com ele, entendi o problema, because understanding the problem didn't happen right after I talked to him. Yes, it happened sometime after I talked to him. Tendo falado com ele, entendi o problema. Another example. Since he had forgotten his wallet at home, he couldn't pay for his lunch. Yeah? Como ele tinha esquecido sua carteira em casa, não pôde pagar seu almoço. Now using the gerund. Tendo esquecido sua carteira em casa, ele não pôde pagar seu almoço. Tendo esquecido sua carteira em casa, ele não pôde pagar seu almoço. More examples. He finished the work and then went to university. Tendo terminado o trabalho, ele foi à universidade. Tendo terminado o trabalho, ele foi à universidade. Oh, after studying hard, he passed the exam with flying colors. Tendo estudado bastante, yes, because this happened before. Tendo estudado bastante, ele passou no exame com louvor. So here's the key idea. When actions happen at the same time or one immediately after the other, we use the gerund. Yeah? falando com ele, entendi o problema. When one action happens before the other, like sometime before the other, we use the gerúndio composto. Tendo falado com ele, entendi o problema. Yes, so I understood the problem sometime after having talked to him. I know it sounds a little bit advanced, but don't worry, the tip of the day is simple and very useful. In Portuguese, just like in English, we use the imperative to give commands. But in everyday Brazilian Portuguese, we often use the gerund, especially with action verbs. For example, when the police want to disperse a crowd, they may say circulando, circulando, like there's nothing to see here, circulando. When your personal trainer wants you to run, instead of saying corra, using the imperative, they may say correndo, correndo. When your teacher wants you to take notes, instead of saying anote, she may say anotando, anotando. So this is very natural in spoken Brazilian Portuguese, and it makes you sound much more like a native speaker. To learn more about the gerund in Brazilian Portuguese, I recommend you watch this video and tell me later what you learned from it. I'll see you there.